All right, welcome back to the Delusional Fan with Geraghty and McCloud. Chris Geraghty and Ryan McCloud here with you again. Our final segment this week. Good show so far. We had some Tim Duncan stuff. We got to pick Ryan's brain a little bit. Got to show some
sports fashion.
Yeah, sports fashion, right?
Yes, right.
The cool thing about our day job is they let us kind of wear whatever we want when we go to the office.
Right.
So I know Fridays is a big sports day, so we can kind of, walk the red carpet with our nice jerseys, right?
You took full advantage. I feel like there was a couple times. I mean, I still to this day I don't wear a jersey every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
every Friday.
Like, I can't wait till Friday.
Every Friday.
My Sandberg, my Peyton.
Oh yeah.
My Hosa. Yeah.
Anything absolutely. I could do to represent.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we had a fun week so far this week. We're going to round tonight out with. So what happened this week was the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Mm-hmm. American League won again, which just drives me batty that the National League can't win. Now, granted,
we'll get into it.
Well, and our entire starting pitching staff just didn't play. Kershaw, Bumgarner, Arrieta didn't want to play.
Yep.
Well,
rightfully so.
And Bumgarner again just pitched on Sunday. Yeah. Kershaw was hurt. Arrieta didn't want to play. Anyways, we lost. But people are always up in arms about the Major League All-Star Game having an effect in the season, meaning and if you don't know, which you probably do, I'm just going to say it anyways, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, the winner of the game, meaning American League or National League, that league gets home field advantage for the World Series. Okay? So it's pretty important. So now the AL has... And so Game 7 is going to be played in AL Park, okay?
So annoying.
Then we've got the Pro Bowl in the NFL, which happens, they changed now, it's the week before the Super Bowl. You've got the NHL All-Star Game, which is now turned into a 3-on-3 skills competition. And then you've got NBA All-Star Weekend, which is turned into who can make the prettiest dunks or the farthest threes. So I wanted to bring these up to you because two of the four drive me batty, like crazy. They should either eliminate them or 180 degrees change them. The other two I don't hate and I think are in the right track. So I wanted to let's start with the first one, the one that just happened. Mm-hmm. Let's go into the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Okay. I want to, and this is I think you and I might disagree on this one. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with determining home field advantage in the World Series for one reason, because the players have decided they don't want to play in it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Wait, the players in baseball have decided they don't want to play in it anymore? That's why you're okay with it?
That's why I'm okay with it determining.
Why?
Because it makes them play.
So you're saying, so your point is that these players in these games don't ever really give a shit, and so by making it where something's on the line, they play harder, they actually show up, and that's why it's better.
And for the most part...
I'm just trying to clarify.
Yeah, for the most part, the teams that have something, they have that on the line. So look how well the Boston players did. Look how well the Kansas City Royals players did. Chris Bryant hit a home run. Teams that were in contention, what's his name? David Murphy played really well. So you could tell that the guys who really thought their teams could be in the World Series wanted to win that game. Mm-hmm. Now, some people think it sucks it came to that, but there's a reason. There's a reason it went to that, and it's because of that. Remember that godforsaken extra innings game that they called a tie?
Right. Biggest black eye on C-League.
So I love what I love that there's something huge at stake in this game, even though I hate that now if the Cubs make the World Series, we're not going to have Game 7 in Wrigley. But I love that there's something on the line you don't.
So here's my whole take.
Yeah.
All of these games, MLB, NBA, All-Star games, Pro Bowl, I don't think I've ever watched an NHL hockey game or an NHL All-Star game.
Right.
Some of this, and I'll get into that. These are all irrelevant to me. They really are.
Right.
I don't watch these things, even for the sports that I care the most about. I don't watch the Pro Bowl. I don't watch the NBA All-Star game. I used to when I was a kid. These are usually played at, and this I'll get to what you were saying.
But this is usually important. The fact that you don't watch them is pretty important.
Yeah,
you're a major sports fan,
right? And they're irrelevant to me.
Okay.
Now, so and I'll get.
You didn't see any of the All-Star game.
My take is pretty cool. No, I did watch it. I did watch some of it. I'm saying like I don't care though. Like I was flipping between Archer
as a Cubs
and
fan,
the MLB All-Star game.
You weren't hoping that.
No, and again, I will get into actually that part. My take is pretty straightforward and quick. They're irrelevant to me. Okay, they're usually played at half speed and half effort.
Mm-hmm.
If they actually meant something, by determining who wins this game, if it actually meant something, it would be far better. The MLB All-Star Game, right? That is like the craziest thing to me, that they actually allow that to determine who gets home field advantage in the most important stage in all of baseball. Now, you're letting a meaningless game, for the most, I'm saying this doesn't determine the team's record, any individual team's record in getting to the playoffs or to that stage. So it's a meaningless game. Played by players voted by the fans.
For position players. Starters.
Right. That is, come on, man. If you want to make it where we're going to have a formula or something to that, I don't know how you would do it or how you quantify it and put these players in the game. But the fact that the players are the ones voting it was an all Cubs lineup for crying out loud for the most part, wasn't
right.
it? Yeah. There's probably some players that are better at these positions to play.
Whoa.
Probably.
The only true argument was Addison Russell because his offense hasn't been good this year, but his defense was. And because people wanted Murphy to start the game over Zobrist, but Zobrist has still been great.
Like, how about this? If you are all for, and I'm all for this, if you want to make it meaningful to the players by giving them a huge payout for winning the game, that would make more sense to me. They would show up if you made the payment big enough.
No, because I know that doesn't work. They tried that in the NFL.
Look, all I know is, it really, when it comes down to it, play them, don't play them, just make sure none of my players that I root for on my teams get injured.
How would you?
Because I'm going to be really pissed off when it happens.
So, and
I'm really pissed off.
Are we still just an MLB or all?
And so that was more towards the MLB in terms of to me it's a meaningless game. Now, granted, it's not because they have this on the line, but it's what would normally be a meaningless game that has no effect on the team that you play for, the fans that are the players that you root for. As a fan, this does nothing for the Cubs. Other than potentially getting home field advantage.
Game 7 at Wrigley.
Getting home field advantage at that, yes. But it's voted by it's voted by fans. Like there's got to be some sort of formula to this to put the actual best players for each league. I think it's unfair, and I also think there's got to be a reason that the AL wins every year. There's got to be. It's not just. Like maybe they're just better at voting the better players in. I don't know.
I was listening. So tell me this, because I agree with this. This isn't my idea. John Smoltz, former Hall of Famer, Atlanta Braves pitcher.
He's kind of crazy, isn't he?
No,
Smoltz is actually good.
It's pretty rational.
Okay.
His idea was
thinking of somebody else.
Take an entire week for the All-Star game, so that players know that not only do they have
a series.
No.
Okay.
Not only players know they have rest before, but they have rest after. Keep the format of home field advantage. But give the players rest before and after so that the game will be serious, played seriously. And they should do it up, like make a huge deal. Because obviously what's great about the MLB All-Star Game is it's a huge charity game. They do a lot for cancer research and everything that's going on.
Yep.
So why not take a week out of the season and break it up and make an All-Star week?
Yeah. I'm 100% okay.
Fans will get bigger behind it. The players will get bigger behind it because they know they're going to rest before and after. They'll play harder in it, and then you can get serious about the game and people will watch it. No?
No, I agree with that. Even hearing a good point like that, I have such a hard time with them determining something that should have no effect on who gets home field advantage. Like, I understand what you're saying, like, because it makes that game more relevant, right? But I'm saying screw that game. Let the team who has the better record at the end of the year playing against each other determine home field advantage.
The better record shouldn't, because each team plays in a specific league, and those leagues can be stronger or weaker.
Then
so
what do your heads against the other conference.
Cardinals had the best record in the league last year, and the Cubs blew them out. So that should not determine anything.
But it's like that in every other sport. Like so let me ask you this then. Do you think the NBA should say, whoever wins this game, you better actually play defense this time around? Because whoever wins this game gets home court advantage throughout the finals.
Well, and we'll get into that quickly.
And you can't do it in football because the players who play in the Super Bowl, now that it's played the week before, don't show up.
Let's switch beyond baseball.
Yeah.
Now,
and there is no home field advantage there anyway. So anyway, but yeah.
Hockey was turning into a lot of what the NBA is, which is just all scoring, and it was boring and slow, and it just sucked. What hockey decided to do is change everything up, and they do these quick 3-on-3 scrambles similar to overtime, which I thought went really well this year. I don't think it's going to gain any market share because a lot of people don't watch not only the Hockey All-Star Game, but hockey in general. But I do like what the NHL did. So let's skip over that. Okay.
Now
my most hated is the Pro Bowl. I hate it more than any other All-Star / Pro Bowl /
I haven't watched the last 7 Pro Bowls. I feel like. Yeah.
Because I have, but and then it drives me crazy because all it is nobody wants to tackle, nobody wants to do, nobody wants to get hurt because it's such a tough game. I want to throw this by you. I come from an era, and you might be too young to remember this, but I come from the quarterback club era. Do you know what that was?
Yes.
So back in the 80s, they had a quarterback club where they would get together, these quarterbacks, in some tropical location, and they would do skills challenges. You get to watch John Elway throw a 75-yard pass. Right. You got to watch the target stuff. Why don't they do a Hawaii weekend where you get to see not only who can throw the farthest, what wide receiver can run the fastest, what quarterback has the best target press, what lineman can maybe do a sumo press better than why don't they just forget the NFL Pro Bowl and do a skills challenge?
I swear on my life, I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you want to fix this entire thing, you get rid of the game and you give them a week break.
Right.
Because this is what this really is. It always comes down to this is the mid-season. We're going to give you guys a week or whatever off for the most part.
Yeah.
Enjoy the festivities and whatever. That's exactly what I have here.
Don't you want to know?
By the way, they should rename it to the Dinger Derby. Do the Dinger Derby. Do your dunk contest 3-point, and the NBA's done skills.
Oh, no, you're talking NBA.
I'm talking everything though. Like a Dinger Derby.
Okay.
So you got to do everything that you normally do. Those skills challenges. I love the skills challenge. They still do it for college.
Yeah.
For football, do those skills challenges. Do those drills and everything. I think those are far more captivating than a shitty game played by players voted by fans.
I want to see
crazy, stupid people like us.
And I'm not a Packer fan.
Aaron Rodgers. Right. Vote. That's what I would. Yeah.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers throw a ball next to Joe Flacco.
Right. I do too. Yeah.
Because we've seen Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary pass, the one travel 75 stupid yards or something like that. Right. So can he repeat that on a field with Joe Flacco, who's considered probably the strongest arm in the NFL, or the deepest arm?
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
I totally agree. And again, do you remember the skills challenges in the NBA All-Star Week?
Yes.
They do all those passing drills and shooting drills, all that stuff. I think that stuff is awesome.
So
just do a whole week of that. Involve the fans in something.
And
actually, you brought up
the game, but make sure all the All-Stars do skills challenges.
You brought up a cool thing. This just gave me a great idea, and I'm actually hesitant to even say it because they've probably already gone over this in the NBA. But this sounds like an amazing idea to me.
Yeah.
Why not, instead of doing an NBA All-Star game with 5-on-5, there should be you kind of combine the NFL, what they're doing now with the draft, right?
Yeah.
And you do a 3-on-3 tournament with NBA players.
Okay.
That would actually be badass. You do it over 2 days, you have a 3-on-3 tournament. That would be amazing, man.
Like White Men Can't Jump style?
That would be amazing.
That would be pretty cool.
Like LeBron, Melo, Chris Paul on the same squad against whatever.
I'd almost rather almost like a 2-on-2, but yeah,
that's okay, cool fine. Too, yeah. I'm just 2-on-2, 3-on-3.
I like it.
Whatever.
I like it.
That's my idea. It's Delusional fans' idea. All right. So if you take that, we want royalties.
You'll redo the NBA. I'll redo the NFL, and we'll be masters of the universe.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be like Commish or something.
Golden gods.
Like it's like you don't watch Seinfeld, do you?
What?
Do you? Yeah.
Watch what?
Seinfeld.
Oh,
you ever watch Seinfeld?
You said you don't watch the NFL.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
I've watched Seinfeld. Right.
It's kind of like when George is like, "Do I?" Like, I feel like I could be a baseball manager or something or whatever.
Right.
Sports broadcaster. Yeah, they usually give that to former players. like they'll make us commissioner for coming out with these ideas, right?
Yeah. No. So, okay. So I want to recap here.
All right.
So the MLB All-Star Game, I love, you hate.
Yes.
NBA and NFL, we would both drastically 180-degree change, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Your idea is great. My idea is great. I think we should go with it.
Yeah.
NHL, I love, but nobody watches, so I guess it's sad face.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Right. Sad emojicon.
Yeah. Let us know which All-Star games you like, which Pro Bowls. If you guys like those games, we want to know. See if you like our ideas. I had never thought about the 3-on-3 or 2-on-2.
And then you brought up the NHL 3-on-3, and I'm like, why wouldn't they do that in the NBA and just do a tournament?
I think they might have an injury issue though if they do. But
Because they think they'll actually go hard.
Right.
Oh, they would too.
Right.
This would be
that might be a problem.
Bragging rights and shit like that.
But
there's
we love it, yeah.
nobody cares. They're not like, oh, Eastern Conference got you this time, Kobe.
Yeah.
But 3-on-3, it'd be like, oh, my squad.
Then you really get to see a guy like Russell Westbrook go up against Steph Curry. Yeah, you really get to see
or see them team up, like things like players that you would never see team up.
Do a draft.
Before.
Oh, it's so cool. No, I love it. Okay, let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to know what you guys think on the All-Star and Pro Bowls. Great week, good topics. Remember Twitter and Facebook, and of course. YouTube, subscribe. Please subscribe. It helps everybody out if you subscribe. Everybody takes notice when you do that. Tim Duncan retired.
Yeah, this is our send-off episode. So
yeah,
it's been fun, man.
It has been fun.
Yeah,
to the big fundamental or the big example.
Right.
Big example. Thank you for everything, Tim. Hopefully somebody can follow in your footsteps. Other than that, I got nothing, man.
I don't either. There's not a lot going on right now. I can't. Just gonna pray for time to go faster and get to football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get there.
We'll see you next time.
Oak Strong.